because like I said, it's always nighttime and it's dark in my room. The shadows hit everywhere. But it's kind of like this dark red. It's almost like a cherry red. It's like almost on the purple side. Last time I really liked my hair the last time I did it, but I felt like it was too red for my liking. So this time around I asked my hairstylist if she could please make it a little bit more on like the purple side, because I feel like vibrant red doesn't really suit me that much. It doesn't really go with my skin color, I feel like. So I fell in love with it this time around because I felt like she hit the color right on the head, exactly what I wanted. So I'm really happy. I had a very important meeting today that I organized and led. And by led, I mean like I was like the main speaker of the meeting. There was maybe like about 15 people there, but I feel really proud of myself because I felt like I did a really good job. And I had a few people tell me that I did a really good job because they know I don't really do those. Like, I don't really do public speaking because my job doesn't really require it. But I did this time around and I'm really proud of myself. I literally got home and like just changed my pants. I'm wearing some sweats, but I wore this top today. I think it's really cute. It looks really professional. It's just like a black button up and it's a bit see-through, but I wear tank tops underneath obviously because you gotta keep it a little, PG in the office. And at the bottom it has flowers all the way around at the bottom, and it's like these bedazzled lacy flowers. It sounds really nice. But yeah, I mostly just wanted to come on here to tell you guys an accomplishment I had today. I feel really good about it, and my supervisor was there. We don't have like an in-office supervisor. She usually supervises us from like afar, from a different city. She just kind of checks in on us every once in a while to see how we're doing, and she'll like come visit us. But she was there for that meeting, so I'm glad she was able to see something that I was responsible for, I led, I put together, so she can see, I'm kind of a boss too sometimes. The only thing that I worry about when becoming like a boss of like a group of people is that people look at you differently, and sometimes it's in a bad way. You have the group of people that are really proud of you, happy for you, and then you have the people that are jealous because they didn't get it. You have the people that suddenly become angry towards you just because you're at a higher level than they are. And it's happened to me before. From 2019 to 2021, I was a housekeeper at a hotel, and I started off as a regular housekeeper. I was just cleaning rooms, and then eventually the housekeeping supervisor needed some help. They were looking for another housekeeping supervisor because the hotel was so big. It was like 2 buildings. So they asked me, like, I didn't even have to apply or anything. They came directly to me and they were like, hey, we have opened this position up and we think you would be a really good fit. What do you think? Would you like to take it? And I was like, yeah, because they were gonna give me a 50-cent raise at the time. That was a really big, thing to me. Now looking back to it, I should have asked for $1 because the amount of work I had to do was difficult. It's really hard telling lazy people to do their job right. It's really difficult. Like, it might sound easy, but it's hard because once you're lazy, it's hard to change the perspective of how someone thinks things when they're already set on that idea. And especially when it comes to cleaning, like hotels have very specific cleaning regulations and, you know, steps. And some people just don't care. They don't care to clean. They just want to get their paycheck at the end of the week and go home. So I've always been someone who's really passionate about my work. Like, if I begin at a job, eventually I want to become something more. Like, I want to climb the ladder. Some people don't, which is totally fine. Some people rather just have the job that they applied with and keep it that way. So it's really hard to manage people to do good when they're already set on the idea that they don't care if it's good or not. Hopefully I'm making sense. But yeah, that job was really difficult for me, especially because I was like, how old was I? I was pretty young at the time. So it's like adults don't really take younger people who are in a manager position seriously as well. So that just made it even worse. And I remember one day, so let's say this lady's name was, let's say her name was Maria. So I was helping Maria finish up a room, because what we would do at the hotel was, if you fell behind and someone else was done with their list of rooms that they had for the day, you had two options. You can either go home, or you could stay and accumulate more, work hours, and help someone else who wasn't done. So you would basically finish your list, go talk to a supervisor and ask them, hey, I'm done, who can I go help? And then we would look for the person who had the most rooms left and send them that way, just to get that person caught up. And so one day, I saw Maria had a very long list of rooms still, and we were already like halfway through the day, so I went to go help her. And as I was cleaning the bathroom, like the worst part of the room, she starts going off on me, and she was like, I don't understand why they always give the newest person the super, like, better positions than the people who have been here for so long. And at that time, I was the type of person that would, like, just get yelled at and not do anything about it. I wouldn't stand up for myself. So I was just quiet, and I finished helping her. Even that, like, I finished helping her after she was rude to me, and I left. But looking back at that, I would have been like, Maria, first of all, you don't even clean good. Her rooms were always super dirty, and she would take forever. Her age was pretty big. She didn't speak any English. She had no computer literacy. So it's like, girl, how are you supposed to move up when you don't know how to do anything? But whatever. It was very difficult to make friends as a supervisor. Even the girl I was really close with before I was supervisor, she just decided, just kind of stop talking to me. We were just kind of say good morning once we clocked in, and that was kind of it for the day. And then I started taking my lunches in my car, because I just felt really awkward being like the supervisor and then being around everybody, because it would get really quiet. They didn't want to get in trouble for like saying the wrong thing, which wasn't my intention. But yes, there are two crime stories that I'm wanting to make a video on, like two murder case stories. I'm kind of iffy about it, because I think YouTube takes down videos that say certain words, so it's kind of difficult to record when I have to say certain words a lot of time. Or I guess I just have to figure out like different words to say, like instead of the K word, say unaliving, that type of thing. But let me know if you're into that type of thing. I'm a very, very big crime doc person. I love it. It's something that when I was younger, I contemplating going into crime scene investigation as a study, because it's something that it's it just fascinates me in the sense of like trying to figure out who did it. It's very, very interesting to me learning about the psychology behind it. Like, why do people think the way they think? Why do they do the things that they do? It's scary. It is. But it's also very interesting to me. So I have two so far that I found that I feel like aren't that well known. Like, I know the Menendez case is something that's very, very popular. A lot of people know about it. But I want to bring into light some of like the smaller cases that are still very gruesome and pretty scary. I think one of them goes as the Amazon reviewer unaliver, something like that. And then the second one, what was it about? I think it involves a woman who was thought to be unalived by two men, and she ended up not being unalived, and she got up and basically found help. Something like that. I don't want to spoil too much in case I do make the videos, but if that is something you like, I would love it if you could comment or even just give the video a like so I know to go forward with it. That way I can get like some inspiration to do it. I'm like that type of person where I need to like hear that someone wants it to actually do it. But yeah, I just wanted to make a short video to tell you guys about a success I had today. I wanted to share it with someone. I hope you guys